Hello YouTube, this is Boba7772, and today I am here to show you my Gordon Freeman action figure review. So without further ado, let's get started. Now, Gordon Freeman is the main character of the Half-Life main series. I've really only played it on the Xbox. Here's what the game looks like. The cover of it, as you can see, Gordon Freeman's on the front. It comes with Half-Life 2, Team Fortress 2, and the original Portal. It also has Half-Life 2 Episode 1 and Half-Life 2 Episode 2. So, and I got it for like $20, really great deal. And then I ordered this guy, I pre-ordered him off of the interwebs, I think from Entertainment Earth or something, way before he came out, and this was like one of the first figures, or one of the only figures I've ever pre-ordered, and he was by far worth it. I've also pre-ordered a Chell figure, which is why I'm redoing this review, because the first time I filmed it, I lost the cord to the camera, and then I was never able to upload it. So if I ever find that cord, then I'll probably upload that version too. But as of now, here is my newer review with probably better thoughts. So without further ado, let's dive into this guy. We will go over the accessories first. So here is the widely known gravity gun. Like, almost everybody knows of this gun. This is one of the most iconic weapons from the game, aside from the weapon that he is holding, which is the crowbar, which I will get to in a moment. This gun takes 2 hands to hold, and the interchangeable hands here, which I will also get to in a moment. But I'm not going to switch out the hands to show you guys, because it should pretty much be obvious how he holds the gun. Then we have the, I can't remember this. This is the, insect grenade, where, like, you can throw it and then get a bunch of, guys on your side who are, like, these insect guys who you used to fight. I guess that could maybe considered spoiler, I don't think so. We have 2 interchangeable hands, obviously for gripping. And then we have a head crab, which doesn't fit perfectly on his head, but it will go on his head, and I'll show that to you guys in a few. And then we have the crowbar he's holding. So yeah, you can see like wear on the crowbar. There's silver, dark grayish areas, a nice coat of red in the middle. And then for, the main part, we have the figure of Gordon Freeman himself. So I'll give you a really quick overview on this figure. I think that it looks really accurate to the in-game model of Gordon Freeman. Okay, I use that term loosely. There's not really an in-game model of Gordon Freeman, like how everybody knows and perceives the character. However, I think that it looks a lot like him. And I know that a lot of people think that the face looks a lot different, but I think that the face looks fine. Okay, so now we will go over the articulation of the figure. So, he has a ball-jointed head that rotates around 360 degrees. I think that it's got, it's around the lower neck, actually, like into the body of the figure. And then we have shoulders that rotate around 360 degrees and bend outward. We have elbows that bend downward and rotate around 360 degrees. We have hands that rotate around 360 degrees. His torso rotates around 360 degrees. His legs will bend, pretty much make a full 360 right here, although I wouldn't recommend it. He actually has a ball joint in his pelvis, and then the actual leg itself, where the orange meets gray, is 2 different points of articulation. They also bend out like this. So, really great articulation for this figure. The knees bend backwards and rotate around 360 degrees. And the feet will bend downward and rotate around 360 degrees. So, that's pretty much all the articulation for him. And I'll try to get him to hold the gravity gun. But it won't be like with his proper right hand. So, give me 1 second. Just have to kind of squeeze this in his hand, although this is probably the wrong hand for it. Okay, so I will switch out the hands real quick, and I guess I'll show you guys, because that is, like, a big part of the review. If he stays up straight. So now we have Mr. Freeman holding the gravity gun, getting attacked by the head crab. So here's what he looks like holding the gravity gun. You just place one handle in that hand, one handle in that hand, and he will pretty much hold it for you. Aside from that, the head crab doesn't fit too well, but I wanted to show you a bit more on the head crab. As you can see, there's a little slot at the bottom here, about big enough to where you can put your thumb in easily. So if his head was the size of my thumb, it'd probably fit a lot better. But there's blood and teeth, and I think that they did a great job on the head crab. This is a really cool accessory, and I'm really glad that they decided to include it with the Gordon Freeman figure. So what are my final thoughts on Mr. Freeman? I think that this is a really great figure. They came with, like, a splendid, great amount of accessories, including the two most iconic weapons in the game, a pair of interchangeable hands so that you can hold those weapons, the bug grenade thing, and the head crab with it's a tremendous amount of detail, which, by the way, it does have a bit of articulation here at the claws. Just bends a little, it's kind of ball jointed, I believe that's a term. So what would I give this figure? I would probably give it a 10 out of 10. As I am reviewing my favorite figures at the moment, this has got to be one of them, and he is, I believe, the second best figure in my collection, right next to Isaac Clarke, who just barely beats him, because it's a much better figure. But he will go back on the shelf, and I cannot wait to put Chell, Atlas, and Peabody, and possibly some of the Team Fortress team with him. So that's pretty much the end of my review. You can find him in specialty stores like Toys R Us and Hastings and whatnot, and I would highly recommend picking him up, because this is one of my favorite figures of all time, and if you're a fan of Half-Life, you will love this. So that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep collecting. Bye.